Hey YouTube, welcome back to another installment of Custom Month. This time we're going to be looking at the first mod job by a newer customizer. His name's Rattrap, or TFW's name is Rattrap. Actual name's Joe. We're going to be looking at one of his first mods. His price range, he's very good about working with people on the price. Quality, painting quality is fairly nice. Build quality, he's definitely getting better. This particular one is a little odd. There are a few minor issues with it, but there are some really amazing things and creativity about it too, and it's nice to see more customizers starting off. As you can see, this is his take on classic Swoop. It's got a very large fabric jetpack, which I like and I dislike all at the same time. This kind of gives him the Generation 1 gun feel, which is kind of nice. Does sit a little far off the back, which is not a big deal, but the problem is because of him painting the wings, it does feel a little funny, but they can still kind of collapse. Flight mode, when he looks like he's flying, he looks fairly nice. He does have where he can perch because the head is on a ball joint because of the transformation and everything. Perching, however, looks a little goofy because he's got a very hunchback. My biggest issue with this custom, which is gonna sound nitpicky and it's not supposed to. I think it's a great job for some of his earliest mod work, and I think he's gonna go very far, especially considering his pricing is amazing and he will work with you ridiculously well. Is visible head syndrome. Because of how he has it designed, the head, you have three choices for it. It either stays up here in its normal robot mode position. You could fold it down like I have it, where it folds in and you have this full face shot, or fold it down the other way that kind of because it falls into the crotch area of the Transformer, kind of gives it a phallic connotation. So I'm recommending, because he has another one that he's done that I'm not sure if at this point he'll have eBayed or not, or if he's still selling, but opt for the visible face. It's better and less noticeable if you have the bird slouched. Trust me. Getting into transformation, the main body of him is built with a Generation Seeker mold. The wings were from, I believe he said, a Batman figure, but I'm not positive. And then parts of Transmetal Pterosaur, which was actually a very original and very good theory, because actually I like the head a lot, the Pterosaur head on this a lot. Like I said, it just, because of when it bends, it slouches funny. Which there was no real way with how he has it molded to make it higher, so it is what it is. And it's also a good use of the claws to give it kind of a Generation feel. And he looks pretty decent next to classic Grimlock, so that's kind of nice. Transform him. Similar, pretty much identical to a Seeker with some minor things. You flip up the back feet. He inversed the feet so that way they flip forward and back instead of the fold up thing. So that way you still got the claws, but it'll still lie flat. Extend the legs down. Split them apart. Bend the neck back, or separate the torso back. Flip out the limbs. Flip up the head. I don't really mind that some of this is, whoops. Right. My next thing, I should, considering I told it, rotate the head around before you try to transform him. Otherwise it just doesn't flip out right. Flip that. Flip out the head. Flip down the neck. Seal them up. And flip out the arms. And then there is going to be the custom classic Swoop in robot mode. And I think this is definitely the mode that shines for this, because I know there's been a lot of customs with Swoop using the Seeker mold, and it does work great for it. But I love the wingspan. I could have done without probably the kibble, but it kind of works, because if you really want to, these ports are a standard peg, so when it's in robot mode, or vehicle mode, beast mode, which I should have mentioned in that mode, you can hook things onto it. It does pull them down a little bit, but still that is nice. Not quick. All of his painting is done with a brush. As you can see, he's got, for the most part, some very nice detailing on it. The white does have a little bit of color showing through, which is gonna happen because it was a dark Seeker and the white, so nothing major. The head was painted very well, flows very nicely, gives it a very classic look. And actually, I was surprised how much I like the Transmetal Pterosaur head for this mold. He did sculpt on a crest, which is probably the biggest paint scuff area you're going to encounter on his mold version of this, is because the crest goes out and it'll scratches under here. He sculpted in the back fin so it's not separated back and kind of gives it a nice look. And like I said, the head is actually my big thing, because I was surprised, like I said, I was surprised how well it worked with this form. And it's a very original take, where it's not just a G1 Swoop thrown in together. Once again, his name's Rattrap on the TFW boards, Rattrap on the Pro Customizer boards. I will link to his page down there somewhere. Shoot him a message. He's open to doing just about any type of custom. He's very, very cheap work-wise, and trust me, I know the prices of just about every customizer out there. So price-wise, he's going to be one of your most affordable ones, because he's just starting out, and will probably be one of the quicker ones to get the work done. He's been very, very quick to get stuff done, and a very nice guy. So there he is. Classics, Generation, Reveal the Shield, whatever you want to call him, Swoop. Have a good day. Oh, quick note. On his later designs or work with this mold, it's no longer these wings. It's actually using a Transmetal Pterosaur wing, so you don't have the wingspan, which does kind of eliminate a lot of the... Which, actually, he's not even really that back heavy, but it gets... it narrows down the form. Like, I am zoomed out as far as I can be to get him in shot, which isn't showing the detail work that he put into the torso, just to show the wings. Like I said, his information's down there. Shoot him a message and see what you can do.